Welcome, children. Have your parents signed your permission slips for you to be here today?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
I like rebels.
So,
we're here to play Anth's favourite game.
Yeah!
You're so excited, aren't you?
I'm so excited. So it is Escape the Dakota.
With some fancy new widgets.
Yes. So this is using all of the stuff from the collector's edition. We've got some new fancy characters from Adventure Pack 3.
They call me Fistface.
We're not using... There's a lot of new rules, so I'm not going to shove everything in straight away because it's a bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
But we've got some extra items and stuff on. We've got some extra free little people that could turn up, which are companions, which if I put them there, people can see. As these extra characters.
Or Hunter Simon on the second camera, because we have a second camera now. Because we fancy it.
Yeah.
So we've got Guard, Witcher, as in the Witcher.
As in our Witcher, yeah.
Alright, and Spirit.
Nice. They could possibly come and aid us through the item deck. We have the curses from the Adventure Pack 1, which are always bad times.
Look at this fancy gold, motherfucker.
We have the Golden Axe, which is why that one's gold.
Oh, alright.
Nice.
We have the Living Stone.
As in
Ian Livingstone.
I like that.
We have the Magical Spell Die for a magic book, which could come out in the Adventures Pack. We are not using the Death Dice, as they are referred to, because people complain that the game's too easy. So,
right.
I like using
it requires people to work together to defeat a single dice, because it requires 2 double symbols.
Oh, fuck that noise.
Or could have shields, it requires a double to get rid of.
So also like to show off the beautiful...
Fancy you token.
No, I was hoping it had me on the back.
No.
You! And then it's actually very chaotic on the back as well.
Yeah, it's got the fist, the eye, and the wisdom.
Yeah.
It does actually come with little handy cheat sheet guides, but the box is now sealed shut and I'm not opening it up because everything is sitting on top of it.
So essentially, I'm guessing this is like whoever the active player is.
Yeah, so this is to know who the active player is.
Because a lot of the cards that say you.
Yeah, and that's usually in bold. We all start with 14 life because there's a few of us using these fancy metal skulls.
No.
Yeah.
They are metal.
Oh wow, they are.
They are very, very nice though.
And these trackers, which are just so nice, and the skull fits in just nice in it. It's so nice.
So I'm playing the Butcher.
Yep, I am playing the Tanner.
And I'm playing the Fletcher.
Yeah. What's going to happen is essentially we'll start. I'll be going first. So whoever that counter is with is who resolves the effects.
Yes.
Or makes the decisions about to. I'll be reading all the cards though.
Yes.
Because I'm on action cam.
Yeah. Action card.
If you see something like slowly coming from the bottom like that.
Oh, closer to your finger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm sure you all know the drill by now. Apologies if you can't. Well, you might be able to zoom in and actually read this. I highly doubt it. But leaving behind your despicable confinement at last, you hurry to the foretold location and pray the legend is true. Carefully feeling for the mechanism, you grasp the wall. You gasp as the wall recedes. You found the secret passage. Discard a chapter card from the castle deck without looking at it. In the tunnel beyond, a lone barrel stands sentinel in the darkness. Draw 1 item card now. You emerge into the cold, dimly lit passage you do not recognise. From here, your path to freedom will be fraught with danger. You'll hear whispers on the air. There is no time to lose. Turn the first chapter card now.
So we discard a chapter card.
So just
This one here without looking at it.
Yeah, looking. That goes bye-bye.
Yeah.
And we get 1 item between the 3 of us.
Draw 1 item card now. Oh, alright, got you.
So
we got Liquid Luck. Discard to re-roll your character dice, applying only the second result.
So who wants to carry out? So you open the card, you carry it.
We can only carry 2 cards at a time, right?
2 cards at a time.
So then,
works
out. Yeah. So once we resolve the card, it's going to go off camera. but while it's being resolved, we'll leave it there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So,
I'll see.
would it still be me, or would it pass to time now?
We can choose to pass the topic
Well, yeah,
if we wish.
It's all just our choices,
It's all
isn't
just
it?
choices.
I will start with the proper one then. Ooh, okay, hello, big boy. The familiar stench of the jailer fills the air, and he suddenly appears. The man who gave cruelty new meaning. Why does it look like he's got a piece of beef jerky over one of his eyes? As a group, nominate 2 players to try and trap this giant of a man. To hatch the plan, the nominated player must end with the same trait on their dice after a maximum of 3 rolls each, which can be taken in any order the players choose. Success, taking the keys, you lock him behind one of his own cells. Failure, he vows to lock you up for good. Begin combat. So, I'm good at fisting things.
I'm good with buttholes.
I'm good with eyes.
So we're all over the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got 2 fists, 2 butts, 4 eyes.
4 eyes, 3 eyes. So I think you 2 would be the best ones for doing it.
In for eyes, yeah.
And for
Yeah.
eyes.
Okay. Cool.
So it's after
So we get 3 rolls each.
3 rolls each, and
So-
you both have to end on the same thing.
I've got buttholes. Oh.
I've got eyes. So, I think it's that we can take our rolls however we wish.
Yes, I believe so.
Right, so tell you what, I'll try and get butt.
Are you sure? Because I've got a better chance of getting eyes, I think.
You can try, yeah. Go
Because
for
you've
it.
only got 2.
Well, you've got 2 more rolls, and then whatever you end on, Anth can try and get.
True. Okay,
True,
so we'll go
yeah.
with them. I'll go for an eye.
There we go.
Cool, got the eyes.
So you're looking behind one of his own cells.
Yay!
Do we take an item card?
No, because
Because it wasn't a
combat.
combat, right? So we just pass straight past him.
Have this.
And then who would like to take the next one?
Move along.
Yeah.
I'll go.
You stumble across an enticing store of castle supplies. As you approach, the portcullis, I could have probably said that earlier if I was drunk, begins to lower. You must act quickly. Nominate a mighty player to try and prevent it closing, and a cunning player to try and dash through to retrieve items. The player holding open the portcullis must try and roll might in 1 attempt now. Right. So before reading any further, I'm the one with the most might, so I'll try it.
Probably. That's an eye.
That is an eye. Success, it's holding. The other player must now try to roll cunning in 1 attempt. Draw an item card if they're successful. 2 on a double cunning. If they fail, they find nothing of value and you all move on. Failure, the portcullis is too heavy and the nominated players both lose 1 HP as it slams to the ground.
Oh, so we should have nominated someone else to do the other
It
bit.
didn't read like that, but yes. So I lose a HP.
I've got the most eyes, which is cunning, so I would have went. So
Yeah, so do you. So.
little low on me.
Okay. So that's that done.
Yeah, not bad.
Quite liking these new cards though.
Yes.
Just trying to make sure I'm lining it up as I'm reading it. Although we're gonna have to do a bit of work on these on the camera, but
We'll get there.
Looks good.
It's good.
yeah, we're still shit. But sorry, who's going? Are you staying as you? We'll just keep rotating it around.
Yeah.
The only way forward is down a dizzying set of spiral stairs which look ready to collapse. Gingerly at first, damn gingers, you begin their long descent into darkness. Each player must try to roll a double in 1 attempt for each player. Success, you make it to the lower levels without instant. Failure, the stair crumbles underfoot and you fall to a section below. Lose 1 HP and try again. If you have not succeeded after 3 attempts, gravity delivers you to the bottom, bruised and battered. So we all essentially have to roll, and every time we don't get a double, we
Fall to get damage.
Nope.
Nope.
Damage. That's 1. Nope.
Nope.
That's 2. Last chance.
I'm okay.
Nope. Ow.
Ow.
If anybody wants to animate that or draw our own pictures of that, that'd be good. Not getting any items though. This is the thing.
No, yeah, we're having a bad run.
Just got to roll planet. Oh, bugger! I could have used liquid look. On the portcullis, I think. Annie.
Yeah.
Back to me, please.
Oh yeah.
You follow a tunnel which leads to a pitch dark room. Your ears suddenly fill with maddening whispers and spectral hands reach out towards you from every direction. But hello. As a group, choose one. Flee, you run for your lives, but with an unseen hand the spectre reaches into your souls. I could totally make a sex joke there. All players lose 2 HP. Fight, begin combat. 1 butthole and then a dice for each of us, but it does 3 damage each hit.
3 damage.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's items. We need items.
Yeah, I'm thinking we kick it in.
Yeah, we haven't done any action yet. Let's go for action.
Go for some action. So it gets.
I just want to say as well, I love the art on these cards.
It's still pretty good art.
Yeah. So we get to the butthole.
Yeah.
Which I'll plonk there, and then we all roll 1d each.
One each.
I rolled that off camera, but I will place it right here.
Fist.
Fisty fist.
So essentially, I have to fist it.
Yes.
You have to fist it hard.
So then we each roll a character dice.
Yeah.
Aye.
So we get rid of.
Oh, he's got removals.
Yeah. So we get rid of those 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it does 3 damage to you and to you 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go down to 7, and you should be on 8. Right?
Yeah.
I would like to put forward that I.
Yes, I'm happy with that as well. So
Do we just need a fist?
yes.
Yeah. Only one person can rest.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so I have to do it. Joy.
But there's the fist.
Phew.
So he's defeated. I've put your health up.
Cool.
So-
We get an item, which will be a stale loaf of bread.
Yum 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 yum.
Discard for a character to heal 2. So I think you, Anth. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably
Are you
eat
happy?
it.
Are you happy with
eat it
that?
now?
You're just gonna
Yeah,
eat
we'll
it?
just eat it now. Just eat it. Nom, 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 nom.
I have found. What have you found? Oh, sorry, I've eaten it already.
Sorry, do you? Right. And then it is. Who's opening the door?
It'll go back to you. Won't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at that magnificent.
Where there was once flesh and fur, the bones of this skeletal beast now crackle with the menacing power of dark magic. Begin combat.
Whoa.
Whenever you would remove a chapter dice by hitting this enemy, roll it instead. If the result is wisdom, do not remove it. Put it back wisdom side up. Lovely.
Lovely.
So we get a butthole already,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and an eye, and then 1 for each of us.
Yeah.
Thank you. Aye.
Well,
Aye.
I got the fist.
All the eyes.
They all fitting on there? They are all fitting
Yeah.
there.
Okay. Let's do this.
I got a butthole.
Butthole.
I got an eye and a fist.
So,
Oh, really?
eye, fist, butthole. But we re-roll these, don't we?
Yes, and any butts come out.
So 2 go back on. I keep forgetting I've got liquid luck.
So what is that? Discard to reroll.
Yeah, but we all lose 2 health.
Aside from me, because I shield.
Oh, you did. Apologies. And then we roll again.
Yep.
Unless you want to hit, you want to rest.
I'm gonna rest if that's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so you get
do
a-
the rest.
So my dice isn't doing anything, so I'm going to use liquid luck. It's still not doing anything. So we get rid of these 2.
Come.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I lose 2 health. You don't lose any.
Yeah.
Do you lose any? Because
No, because she's rested.
I'm rested. But I'm gonna turn in now.
I do like that. You're standing in the corner going, I catch my breath.
Catch my breath, guys.
I
I got
got,
an eye.
yep. So we got rid of those 2, which only 1 goes back.
No. So me and Yao to
2.
2.
I'm down to 5.
Feel free to rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you rest.
You sure?
Yeah, I got the butthole.
Woo!
And oh god damn it!
No!
Oh, well, I'm about to take that 2. Right, let's all just go for it.
Go for it.
Actually, no, you rest because then you can be on even health.
Okay.
Roll that butt.
Oh, for goodness sake.
So take 2 damage time.
Do I have doubles on here?
You do.
Yeah.
I swear I don't.
You don't need a double right now.
No. Right, let's.
I'm resting. I need
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Rest. We'll go. Come on. Yes!
What?
Somebody else will roll it, so I can't be blamed for it.
Yay! Oh, there it is.
And yeah, take
And
take
the item is a partially rotten apple.
which restores 1 HP. Would anybody like 1 HP?
If I eat it, I'll be on equal health with you all.
6. Yeah, you go for it.
Yeah.
So
Oh, this is going to be a lovely one. Who would like to be you?
well, yeah, I think it's Tiny's turn now.
It is your turn
Yay.
to go through the dungeon of doom.
Oh, cool! It's a flan. Or a bucket of puke. At the end of this passage is an old stone well. As you reach in to test the water, it thrashes into a violent torrent. You have disturbed a malevolent spirit. Begin combat. Combat special. You are incapacitated for the first round of combat, during which you do not fight and may not rest, but still take damage as normal.
Oh, good.
You may recover at the beginning of the second round. So it starts with an eye and a butthole.
And one pearl.
Fist.
Alright.
And a butt.
Right, so unfortunately, Dan, you can't roll.
I cannot roll.
You'll be taking 2 damage essentially as well.
Yeah, you're gonna get smacked.
Thank you.
Right, so you get rid of an eye, and I get rid of that fist.
And you guys take 2 each.
You
can now fight and go rest.
It's got an eye and a butthole left, which I'm not going to be a lot of help with, so does anyone mind if I rest? Yep.
I'm going to roll.
Yes. I got the eye.
No. Oh
well, I take 2.
I will join in this time.
You sure?
Yeah,
Do you want to rest? You're not very good at the...
Yeah, I'll rest because I'm not good with the bots.
Okay, so you got 5.
Yay.
Yep, go.
Oh man. So,
Go away, well demon.
Well team.
the item is liquid luck.
Yay.
You delivered the final blow. You can have it.
Thank you.
As long as you're alright with that.
I'm fine with that, yeah. I ate a loaf of bread, so I'm good.
A loaf of bread.
You stumble upon a recently vacated guard room. A pot of steaming broth simmers on the stove, and a fire still smoulders in the grate. Yeah, in the grate. You hear the sound of angry voices and footsteps heading your way. You grab what you can before slipping away into the darkness beyond. Draw an item card.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Which is a decayed blade.
That's new, isn't it?
No, it wasn't it was in the card, but it doesn't come out often.
Who's good at wisdom?
That would be the tenor.
There you go.
You sure?
Yeah, because once per round, when you roll wisdom, you may roll again and choose which of the 2 results to apply.
Sweet. So around me.
Yes.
Swinging your sword? Swinging your sword yet? Are you reading your cards? Here a man sits at a table, his face shrouded in shadows. As you edge past, he lurches forward and pulls you close with a snarl, revealing his scarred face and rancid intentions. There's an X like that. As a group, choose one. Flee, you struggle free and get away, but not before you lose 3 HP at the hands of the putrid captain. Fight, begin combat. I don't want to lose 3 HP.
Yeah.
So he's got a fist and a butthole already.
And
then 1 each. So another eye.
Another butthole.
And a fist.
Okay.
Nice and even. Ish.
Right. So remember, you can re-roll one of your dice.
Yep.
And if you roll your buttholes, you can actually re-roll it and choose which result to take.
Cool, yeah. I should never know to charge him.
So,
I guess 9.
So use your liquid luck.
Yeah.
I'd recommend
Yeah?
Yeah.
because essentially, Anth's getting rid of the eye already.
Yeah.
I'm getting rid of the fist, and there's no other eye.
Cool. So give this a roll with my liquid luck.
Double buttholes.
Coolio. And a shield.
Cool. So I take the 2 damage.
Yep. Would you like to rest this round?
I would like to rest because I'm not good with the fisting.
Okay. There you go, fist.
There we go.
Yeah.
That wasn't too painful.
We're very good at this.
Yeah, we're good. Item.
Have I jinxed it?
Liquid luck.
Did you shuffle these?
I did. I table shuffled.
I think he's just putting the liquid looks back on top of the deck.
Are you
Yes.
doing that?
Yes.
Oh, joys. Get right. Hurrying into this candlelit chamber, you interrupt a sacrificial ceremony. A robed man in a death mask declares that you too must now be sacrificed. Begin combat. Combat special. You are overcome with fear. Any doubles you roll this chapter count as singles, and you cannot block.
Oh.
Right.
Uh-oh.
So he's got an eye, a butthole, but you can still rest.
I can still rest.
Yeah, and the dice isn't it?
What?
Yes.
No, it's 22. Let's just go for glory. Yeah. Glory!
Got a fist.
I've got a
I
wisdom.
got a butt.
You can re-roll your wisdom because
Do you want to try to reroll it, think?
because you can choose your results. So there's no harm to re-rolling.
But at
Yeah.
least I wouldn't know.
No.
No.
Oh,
It's constant.
Yeah.
cool.
So you
Right,
get,
I'm going to keep that if that's alright, yeah.
yeah. So we get rid of them.
Yeah.
And then we take 2 damage each.
Yeah.
So, would you like to rest, Anth?
Yes, I'll rest for now.
Okay.
Hopefully not die.
So, a fist and a butthole.
I'm going to reroll that.
You protected yourself at least, so I get rid of the fist.
Are you okay now?
But you got 1.
I will rest if that's alright,
Yep,
people.
and I will go in.
Yeah.
There it is. I choose the eye.
Yeah. So, there,
Because
there.
I have to pick.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, because I can't have the double. Because I've got 2 different. I pick which one.
Okay.
Distilled wisdom. Discard to apply a single wisdom at any time. There you go, Anth. You haven't been having items lately.
You're not very wise.
I'm not very wise. I have distilled wisdom though. Discard is
There is a deafening roar, and the passageway begins to shake. The sector of the old wall beside you collapses, and you are buried beneath chunks of heavy stone. You are incapacitated. To remove the rubble crushing you, the other players must roll in unison, keeping track of any might rolled until they roll a total might equal to the number of players at 3. After each attempt, you lose 1 HP until the total is reached. If you have not been rescued after 3 attempts, you manage to crawl out of the rubble and continue on your way.
Ooh.
So you're not going to die from this, but it depends how much damage you take.
So,
So
might.
Yeah.
So, roll 1. No.
No,
Take 1 damage.
1 damage?
Roll 2. There's 2 might.
So you lose another HP. There you go, you're out.
Yay! Ow!
Should have walked on ahead.
Yeah, that's what elves do. Oh, you pass through a chamber which serves as a cesspit below the castle privies. As you pick your way through the filth, something unusual catches your eye. Draw an item card.
Oh.
Evanescence evasion. When you would take damage, discard to avoid that damage. So we're just loading up on the crack potions, right?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
And I have a sword.
You're like the game sword.
Right. Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
A haggard old woman appears out of nowhere and offers to read your fortune. Something in her eyes speaks of greater power. You feel it is wise to comply. Each player must individually declare a trait, then try to roll in one attempt for each player. Success, you gain 1 HP or draw an item card. Failure, the witch steals part of your soul and you lose 1 HP. So none of us are going to die from this.
Yeah.
So we roll 1 at a time. I'm going to go first. I'll nominate fists.
Yep.
Or fist.
Cool.
I'm going to go with eyes.
Sure.
Yeah. Eye.
I'm going to go buttholes.
Buttholes. So we either can gain a HP or draw an item card.
I'm going.
I can't take any more items, so I'm going to take
Yeah.
HP.
I'm
I
going.
don't know if I want to gamble and have something horrible come out.
Yeah, there are curses in there.
Yeah, I'm just.
I'm going to take a HP.
Yep.
Okay.
Enjoy the card.
Oh, alright.
Oh dear.
With a piercing wail, a hideous creature emerges from the darkness ahead. I need to keep checking and putting the cards in like a reasonable. Emerges from the darkness ahead. It draws at the sight of you. As a group, choose one option, then begin combat. Surround the beast and attack from all sides. It gets a fist and 3 dice each. It does 3 damage though.
Uh-oh.
Stay together and fight it on the move. Fist, 2 buttholes, and a dice each. But it does 2 damage. As risky as it is, I do think...
Go 3.
Yeah.
You think?
Yes.
Yes.
Why was that?
Because I have Liquid Luck, Evanescence, and Anth has Distilled Wisdom.
And
True.
you've got a reroll.
Okay, let's do it then.
Let's go for glory.
Because the thing is, it's a lot of dice to get through, and it'll kill us in 2 turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a butthole, another fist. Right, so,
Nice.
when you would take... And I've got that as well, so if I take damage...
Oh, yeah, you can use that.
Yeah, but you'll die.
Oh, there.
Right.
Let's go.
So, I've got a feast,
I got wisdom.
which you can re-roll.
Reroll.
I got a wisdom.
Wisdom as well.
I'm going to use Liquid Luck to re-roll this. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're dead. You're dead. And I'm on 1.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, as bad, but you were that.
Until the next round of combat.
There is no round. The game immediately ends.
Oh, come on, it's going to rip you a new ass off.
It pretty much is. But we now get to use a nice little thing that came with the Kickstarter.
Oh, yes.
It is called the Book of Death, or the Death Book. Where are you? There we go. Let's get into our castle. Death Book. So on the side, it should have a little code.
DCSE
Yep.
CH03.
Okay. The creature proves too strong, too wild, and too furious. Its foul hungers empowering it with a tireless ferocity you could not withstand. You are torn limb from limb, slavered over and ravaged. Your death is swiftly followed by a merciless slaughter of your fellow prisoners. Your remains are briefly toyed with and tossed aside and left to rot. The ensuing stench, your most memorable achievement. Your adventure ends here.
We were still about 3 cards off the actual boss as well.
Oh, close.
Yeah.
So close.
But it was fun.
It was really good.
Some of those new cards are really nice.
They are.
Actually, I like these as well, the doubles.
The doubles, where they're alternative, things are quite nice, quite tasty. And there are 3 characters for that as well.
Oh, cool.
So there's where you got the fist, the wisdom, and then it means you can't roll a double of the same symbol, but you can get, a spread.
When I re-rolled my dice, I didn't realise that. But hey, well.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
I'm definitely looking forward to playing it more and seeing actually getting to the boss.
Yeah, that was obviously as well one of the alternative starting cards as well, because there are 3 starting cards now.
Yeah, and you didn't recognise it.
Yeah, the generic, which is just everyone gets an item. There's that one where we only get 1 item, but we get rid of an encounter card, which I think was worse. Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So it would have been a merchant boy.
Well, I'd say you don't know what you're getting rid of. We could have got rid of the guards room, and that would have given. It's really it's a bit strange, but good. I still enjoy the game.
Obviously, there is another one which is way better.
Yeah.
I think that one's like the harsher one. The other one is you add the cards to the dungeon.
Oh.
But everyone draws 2 cards.
2 item cards.
Everyone draws 2 item cards.
That's quite interesting. Isn't it?
So
that's nice.
When you've got the curses and stuff in, you've got 2 chances of pulling a curse. But
I'm very interested right now. How long was it?
Apples.
Oh, we were near a first event, which would have been a
companion.
The companion.
Oh, fair while off any curses.
Yeah. So there's very few.
There's only 5 curses in the entire deck.
Oh well.
And it's a pretty hefty deck.
Yeah.
But no, that was fun.
We'll play that more.
Yes.
Yeah, I think until we win and escape.
Have we won yet?
But then we will still be stuck in Stockton.
Not when we've all played together. No.
Yeah, as our trio.
No, as our trio, we have not won yet, which is saddening. But we will sometime soon.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye.